Okay, so coming to lie down on your back when you feel ready. And today, as we move, we're really going to be focusing on a balance of strengthening around the legs and the hips, but also creating a lot of space there as well. So a nice balance of feeling strong, but also being able to move really well there. So this morning, if you can just begin by bringing all of your awareness onto how you're breathing. So note the way we breathe tells us a lot about how we feel. So notice, is your breathing a little bit fast right now? Or does your breathing already feel relaxed? And just see if you can start to relax your breathing by taking slightly slower breaths in and out through the nose. And with each breath, allow your stomach to lift and expand and then relax. And then just being aware of how your body feels today. So noticing any parts that are maybe holding on and seeing if you can start to relax now through all the muscles of the head and the face. Relaxing the neck, shoulders, the chest. Allowing your arms, your stomach to relax. Relaxing your back, hips, your legs, and all the way down to the feet. Good. All right, so just going to use this little sound before we start to move to guide the breath. So when you're ready, together, we'll take a slow breath in through the nose. So really feel the rib cage expand, the stomach expand, and a slow breath out. Again, breathing in. Breathing out. We'll do this 2 more times before you move. Okay, so we'll start to move from here. So take your time, but the next time you breathe in, just take a really big stretch out through your arms and legs to reach everything out as big as you can. Good, and we're going to exhale, so bend the knees, give them a squeeze into the chest, and we'll really hug the nose up to the knees as well. Good, so as you breathe in again, reaching everything out, so arms and legs get a big, big stretch. Nice, and then again, we're going to exhale to bend the knees and really squeeze them into the chest. So one more time together, so reaching everything out. And when you're here, just start to circle around through your wrists and through your ankles. So really waking up the joints. And say, good, remember if there's any bits that are clicky and cracky, make those circles even bigger into that place. Good, and then we'll bring the knees in towards the chest now. So you've got one hand on each knee and start to circle the knees around. So the muscles stay relaxed, but your hands just do that job of circling the knees out, round, and back together. Good, then we're going to bring the feet to the floor, so about max distance apart. Take the arms out to the side, and we'll start to drop the knees down one way, and then the other. So like that big twisting movement side to side. But try and use this as a way to stretch out the thighs today. Good, then we'll come into the center, so feet about hip distance apart, arms alongside your body. So we're going to breathe in next time to lift the hips up towards the ceiling as high as you can. And you breathe out super slow, we're going to roll back down through the spine bit by bit, so the hips touch the ground last. And again, breathe in to roll up, squeeze the glutes a little bit, and breathing out to roll down. Again, one more time, so we're going to roll the hips all the way up. So when we get to the top, try and hold it there. Okay, maybe squeeze your hands together and just shuffle those shoulders underneath a little bit. Okay, that's it. So really try and wake up the feet now. Spread the toes, press the heels down. And then we're going to part the hands and roll down through your back. Good, well done. So we're going to bring the knees in towards the chest now. Come and have a little roll up and down through your spine. So kind of massaging the back on the floor. Good. And then the next time you come up, we're going to stay here with the knees bent, feet on the ground. So grab hold of the shins. As you breathe in, lift the chest, pull the shoulders back. As you breathe out, really round the spine, tuck the chin. Again, breathing in to open. And breathing out to round. Okay, so again, just moving through this a couple of times. You might feel a little click in your spine if it's the first kind of move you've done today. And we'll make things a bit stronger. So hands come behind you, elbows point straight back. We're going to breathe in now to push the hips forward and up high as you can. And then slowly holding your body weight, swing the hips back between the arms if you can there. And again, breathe in, push forward and up. And breathe out, swing back. Again, one more time. So we're going to push the hips forward, high as you can. Then slowly the hips come down. We're going to drop the knees over to the right, turn the right hand away from you, and then push the hips forward and open up. Good, nice. So hips come down, drop the knees to the left, start to push the hips forward and stretch up. Nice. So one more time each side. We drop the knees to the right. So squeeze the glutes a little bit as you stretch forward in your hips. Good. Drop the knees to the left, and again, squeeze your glutes as you open up there. Good. All right, so we're going to come over onto hands and knees now when you feel ready. So when you're there, we'll spread out the fingers and thumbs, and we're going to breathe in to lift the chest, lift the tailbone. As you breathe out, we're going to press the floor and around the spine. So again, as you breathe in, opening the front of the body, and as you breathe out, press and round the back. Okay, so find this movement a few times for yourself. So instead of thinking about how the head is moving today, try to move around that mid and lower back. And then we're going to bring the hands a bit wider apart here to the edges of your mat and start to make more circular movements with your hips. So as though you're drawing a really big circle with your pelvis all the way around. Good, and then swapping direction. So if the hips feel tight, you can really press out to the sides a lot as well. Good, then we'll come back towards child's pose now. So hips come towards the heels. When we're here, keep stretching the arms forward to get a little bit of space in the rib cage and the armpits. And we'll come into downward facing dog. So we're going to tuck the toes and bring the hips up and back. Nice. All right, so when you get there, stretch out the legs. So press one heel then the other toward the ground. That's it. Really think about drawing the shoulders down the back if you can. Relax the neck. And we're going to keep the feet on the ground now, about exactly where they are. Start to take a nice deep bend in the knees. You're squatting back towards the heels, and the shins go about parallel to the floor. And then push down through the heels, stretch the legs. Again, bend the knees, come nice and low. Good, stretch out. One more time, nice deep bend in the knees. Good, and then stretch it out. So we're going to walk forward towards the front of the mat now, so our forward fold. So when you get there, feet come a little bit wider, take a bit of a sway from side to side. So the head relaxes, the arms relax. And then we'll use the hands to get the circulation moving a bit more. So hands are going to come to the lower back, and we're going to tap. Then go all the way down the back of the legs. The front of the legs. One more time, down the back of the legs. Good, now keep tapping up the front of the legs as we come up to stand, on the thighs, on the stomach, on the chest. All the way up to the top of the head. Nice, and then we let the knees be quite soft here. Start to give the arms a little bit of a swing back and forward. And so really relax the shoulders. Good, and then the next time we lift the hands, we're going to hook the thumbs together, come into a little side stretch over to your left. Good, to the middle, and then a side stretch to the right. Good, then we'll add on the legs. So we're going to take that right leg now to cross behind the other one, side stretch over. Good, then left leg crosses behind the other one and stretching over to the side. Nice, all right, so we'll shake out the hands. So walk on up to the front of the mat when you're ready. We're going to bend the knees, coming about halfway down. As you breathe in now, pull the chest forward, pull the hips back. I'm going to breathe out to round the spine, tuck the chin. Again, breathing in to open. And breathing out to round. Okay, so hands come to the floor now. We're going to take a big step back with the right foot and bring that knee down to a little lunge. As you breathe in, sweep the hands up. And as you breathe out, big circle back. Good. Again, breathing in to lift. Breathing out, coming back. Now both hands are going to come inside that front leg. When you're ready now, come to stretch forward into your hips. And as you breathe out, pull back through the hips and flex that front foot so you're just on the heel. Again, breathing, coming forward. And breathe out, coming back. So lift the toes, get a stretch in the hamstring. Good, so we're going to come forward now. And as we do that, left leg's going to come back behind you with the knee bent. So we're going to really engage the hip muscles now. Push the heel up to the ceiling, then bring the knee out to the side, all the way round and down. So you're basically trying to draw as big a circle as you possibly can the whole time with this left knee. Good, so if you want to make this a bit more challenging, the opposite hand, just hover it off of the floor. So I mean the core has to engage a little bit more to help with the movement. Yeah, well done. So bring the hand down. We're going to slowly step the foot forward, lift the back knee, and then come back into downward facing dog. Good. All right, so from here, we're going to come forward into our plank. So shoulders over the wrists, and then use your lower core to pull back into downward facing dog again. Again, breathe in forward into your plank. Breathing out, downward facing dog. And then one more time. So we're coming into your plank. Hold it for a moment, and then we'll lower down. So you might drop the knees down, then bend the elbows into cobra. So we'll scoop the chest forward and up, and then pressing all the way back to child's pose. Good. We're going to tuck the toes, coming into downward facing dog when you're ready. And then again, stretch out the legs here. So one heel, then the other pressing down. We'll start to walk forward towards the front of the mat again. So our forward fold, and keep those knees soft as we roll up. Good, lifting the palms. This time we're going to grab the left elbow, left leg crosses behind, bit of a bigger side stretch. Nice, and then we'll grab that right elbow, right leg crosses behind and stretching over to the side. Good, all right, so bending the knees again, coming about halfway down. So this time as we're there, we're going to lift the left arm up so open to the side. And then swapping over, lifting that right arm all the way up. Good, hands come to the floor. So we'll step the left foot back now, bringing the knee down to a little lunge. As you breathe in, hands come up. Breathing out, big circle back. Good, breathing through the nose, lift the hands. Breathing out, coming back. Now both hands come inside that front leg. When you're ready, come forward, stretching forward into your hips. And as you breathe out, pull back through the hips and lift onto that front heel. And again, breathing, coming forward. And breathe out, coming back. Yeah, nice. We're going to come forward, and now that right leg's going to come back behind you with the knee bent. So really push the heel up to the ceiling now. Then bring the knee out to the side, round and down. So that right knee, you're trying to draw really, really big circles with it if you can. That's it. And if you want to, that opposite arm could just hover off of the ground there. So the core just has to help out a little bit to hold you. Good. So we're going to bring the hand down. We're going to slowly step the foot forward, lift the back knee, and then downward facing dog. Good. So from here, we're coming forward into our plank again. We're going to lower down to the floor. So again, you might drop the knees down, then bend the elbows into cobra. So we'll lift the chest. Nice. All right. So we'll come through a couple of different variations of our forearm plank here, just to wake up the core today. So if you have the elbows underneath the shoulders, palms really flat on the floor. We're going to tuck the toes underneath and then lift the hips off the ground and then lift the knees if you can to a forearm plank. Okay, so it's the first variation. Try and keep the shoulders pulling down the back as much as you can. Breathing through the nose. And then we'll slowly come down. Take a breath in. And then change it up. We're going to lift the hips again, lift the knees, but this time draw little circles with your hips, almost like the movement a skipping rope does, but it's really tiny. So your hips go up, round and down. Good, one way, then back the other way. The smaller the movement, the deeper this will go into your core. And then coming down, well done. Whew. All right, so we'll relax the head, just give the hips a little wiggle from side to side. Good, so we're going to come back into our wide knee child's pose now. So knees come a bit wider to the edges of the mat. Sit the weight back. And then pull the elbows close in towards you. So we're going to add on a little twist now. So the next time you exhale, start to lift your left arm up. So you're twisting to the side. Good, when you breathe in, come to the middle. And then breathe out, right arm lifts. Good, so I'm going to bring the hands down. So from here, come on up, so sitting on the heels for a second. So we're going to tuck the toes underneath, just to stretch through the feet a little bit. And you can either stay there or push all the way back to end up in a little kind of squat there. Good. Okay, so we're going to bring the palms together, push the elbows out into the knees and lift the chest. So from here, we're going to take the right hand out to the side, other arm all the way up, and then left hand out to the side, other one all the way up. Nice. All right, so hands come to the floor. We're going to take a gentle forward fold here. Nice soft knees, and then come on up to stand. Good. Roll the shoulders back. So at the top of the mat here, we'll see if we can close the eyes and then slowly walk forward towards the front of the mat with the eyes closed. So we're strengthening the connection from the brain to the feet and the feet to the ground. So watch how the breathing changes. So when we get here, we'll come through a few of the sun salutations together. So next when we breathe in, we're going to lift the hands all the way up. Breathing out, forward fold coming down. So straight into your plank when you're ready. We'll take a breath in at the top of the plank. Exhale, lower down. Elbows close to your rib cage. Breathe in, point the toes, lift the chest. And then exhale, tuck the toes down, facing dog. So take a full breath in and out here. Then when you're ready, we're going to step or jump forward to the top of the mat. Breathing in to lift the hands up. And breathing out to forward fold again. Good, into that plank when you're ready. So again, elbows squeeze into your side as you lower down. As you breathe in, lifting the chest. Breathing out, downward facing dog. Good, two more together. So we're going to step or jump forward to the top. Breathing in to lift the hands. And then breathing out again to forward fold, come down. Get into that plank when you're ready. So nice and strong, lower down towards the floor. Good, we're going to lift the chest, shoulders back. And then again, tuck the toes downward facing dog. Good, last one. So we'll step or jump forward to the top. As you breathe in, lift the hands. Good, and as you breathe out, forward fold again. And sit into your plank when you're ready. So we'll lower down towards the floor. Nice, lifting the chest. Well done, good. All right, so we're going to bring the chest down now and just focus on strengthening into the lower body a little bit. So you rest your forehead on your hands. So we're going to keep the legs really straight, but just now squeeze your glutes enough so you can just lift the legs off of the floor. Okay, so squeeze the glutes. And then if you can now, add some movement in by taking your feet wide apart. And then bring the legs together, so you're trying to squeeze those inner thighs. And then again, take the feet really, really wide. And then squeeze them together. Again, well done, one more time. Legs straight, feet wide. And then squeeze together. Good, all right, so slowly bring the legs down. Just wiggle the hips for a moment to release the lower back. Good, then again, we're going to press back into that wide knee child's pose. Good, slide the hands in towards you. Tuck the toes and push back into that little squat again. Good, we're going to forward fold and then roll up to stand. Nice. Again, see if you can close the eyes here as we walk forward to the front of the mat. This time, really focus on keeping the breath slow if you can. Good. Okay. So when we're up at the top of the mat here, we'll bring the feet about hip distance apart. Next breath in, we'll lift the hands. Lift the right knee high up to the chest. Breathing out, bring the foot down. Bend the knees and reach back. Other side, lift the hands. Left knee comes nice and high. Slowly pop the foot down. Bend the knees, reach back. Good. So stay sitting low now. Arms reach forwards. Good, see if you can even lift and spread your toes. And then hands come together behind the back, and we're going to forward fold. Good, all right, so we'll make our way back into downward facing dog when you're ready. So from here, we're going to breathe in to lift the right leg all the way up. Breathing out, bring the knee towards the nose, shoulders over the wrists. Again, lifting the leg. This time, right knee to right elbow. See if you can tap it. Very nice. So we're going to lift the leg up and step the foot forward there between the hands. So coming up into our high lunge here, from the ball of the back foot. So as you breathe in, we're going to straighten the legs, lift the hands up. Breathing out to bend the knees a bit and take a big circle of the arms. Again, inhaling to lift. And then exhale, coming round. Good, so now we're going to hook the thumbs together, stretch the arms up. So, little challenge with the balance here. See if you can flex your front foot, so you're just on that front heel. Oh, is a challenging little balance. Good, nice. And then we bring the back heel to the floor, so warrior one. So we're going to strengthen around the ankle muscles now. So just lift your front heel off the floor, and then come on to the front heel. Again, lift the heel, and then come on to the heel. Good, now we're going to lean forward and come into warrior three. The back leg straight back behind you. That's it, try and keep your big toe connected to the floor the whole time as we come up to stand now. Sweep the back knee up to the chest, and then take that foot and push it all the way back behind you. Good, well done. So super slow. Hands are going to come to the ground now. So staying here, the next time you breathe in, we're going to bend both knees and get really, really tiny. Scrunch everything up. And as you breathe out, push away and stretch out the legs. Again, bend the knees, get really, really small. And breathe out, stretch away. Good, one more time, bend the knees. That's it, stretch it out. Then we're going to take a big step apart with the feet. Turn the feet parallel to the long side of the mat. And gently start to bend one knee, then the other. So we're easing side to side. So as you do this, really relaxing the back of the neck as much as you can here. Good. Then we're going to take a little bend in both the knees here. Hands come onto the hips, and we come back halfway up. Good. So squeezing the shoulder blades. Bring the arms out to the sides if you can. And then we come up to stand. Good. So when we're here, we're going to turn the feet outwards. Take a nice deep bend in the knees, so sitting low. Good. Remember, think about pushing the knees wide out to the sides. Then we're going to inhale, straighten the legs, lift up. Lift the heels maybe. And as you exhale, palms through the center and sit low. Again, inhaling to lift. And then exhale, coming down. Good. So we're coming to the center now. We're going to turn the feet parallel, slide up to the back of the mat so the feet are together, and we lift that right knee. Good. So like we did at the beginning, start to make a couple of really big circles with the knee, as big as you can. So as we do this movement, just try and make it just come from the hip joints. If you imagine that the chest had like a light shining on it, it would keep facing straight forward. Brilliant, good. So the next time the knee comes to the side, we're going to tree. So we're going to pop the foot just to the inside edge of the leg. That's it. Palms come together. Okay, so to stabilize the hip muscles, push the leg into the foot so everything's nice and strong. And then if you feel very balanced, much more balanced than me, you might lift your hands. And you might look up between the hands maybe. Keep breathing. Good, well done. So we're going to lift the knee nice and high again. Now take a big step apart with the feet. And we're going to turn that right foot forward to the front of the mat. Coming into warrior two, we're going to bend the knee, arms out to the sides. So again, we're going to lift the front heel up and then come on to the front heel. Again, lift the heel, come onto the heel, then put the toes down. Now we're going to breathe and lift the front hand all the way up. Breathing out, forearm to thigh, and a big circle with the back arm. One more time like that. Breathe in to lift. And then this time the forearm stays on the thigh, other arm alongside the head. And if you want to go a bit deeper into your hips today, your bottom arm, you might slide it down the leg so you're grabbing above your ankle, or the hand might even go to the floor. Good, well done. So both hands come down either side of the front foot. Bring the back knee to the floor. So we're going to inhale again, hands lift up. Breathing out, big circle back. Good, now hands come just to the ground again. So from here, I'm going to bring that right leg back behind you and the hands a bit wider. Okay, so strengthening into the hips again. So try and keep the elbows really straight. We're going to take the right leg and tap it out to the side of your body. And then draw a big arch with it up and over and tap the other side. Good, that's it. So straight elbows up and over to the right, tap the ground. And then up and over to the left. Nice. Now in one movement, if you can, take that right foot, slowly step it forwards. Good. Now the right hand's going to go on top of that right foot as you're holding the toes down. Like we did at the beginning, come forward, sink into the hips. And now pull back gently. So you're stretching into the hamstring, but your toes staying on the ground. Good. So we're going to hold this for a moment longer. Keep the breathing really slow. Good. All right, so we're going to come forward again. So we're going to lift that right hand up now, so we're twisting, and maybe lift the back knee if you feel strong. Nice. Hands come to the floor. We'll come back into downward facing dog. All right, so from downward facing dog, we're coming forward into our plank. Then the elbows lower down, into cobra. So we're going to lift the chest. Good, well done. And then downward facing dog. So left side, we're going to breathe in, left leg all the way up. Breathing out, knee to nose, shoulders over the wrists. Again, lifting the leg. This time, left knee to left elbow if you can. Very nice. So we're going to lift the leg up and step the foot between the hands there. So coming into that lunge on this side again. So nice and slowly as you breathe in, we're going to straighten the legs, lift the hands up. Breathing out, bend the knees a bit and take a big circle of the arms. Again, inhaling to lift. And then exhale, coming round. Okay, so we're going to hook the thumbs together now. Really stretch the arms up. And if you can, flex that front foot so you're just on the heel. So a little balance there. Good, well done. Then from there we bring the back heel to the floor. So strengthening into the ankles now. Lift the front heel and then come onto the front heel. Good. Lift the heel, come onto the heel. And now lean forward. We're going to come into warrior three. So back leg comes straight back behind you. So again, try and keep the big toe connected to the floor as we slowly come upright. So the knee comes up to the chest. And then nice and gently take the foot and push it all the way back behind you. And the hands gently come down to the ground. Good, well done. So nice and slowly here, we're going to bend both knees, get everything tiny, scrunch it in. And as you exhale, push away, stretch out the legs. Again, breathe and bend the knees, get tiny. Breathe out, push away. One more time, bend the knees. Good, stretch the legs away. And then take a big step apart with the feet. We're going to turn the feet parallel to the long side of the mat again. And gently bending one knee. And then the other. So we're easing side to side. Nice. So again, we'll take a little bend for the knees now. Hands come onto the hips and we're going to roll up to stand. Good. All right, so we're going to turn the feet outwards again. Nice deep bend in the knees. And we're going to add on a twist. So hands stay on the thighs, your left shoulder is going to pull across towards the opposite knee, so we're twisting. And then right shoulder comes across towards the other knee. Good. One more time each way, left shoulder gently pulls across. And then right shoulder across. Good, all right, so we're going to come into the center, so turn the feet parallel, and then we'll slide to the back of the mat again. I'm going to go this way. So we'll lift that left knee nice and high, then draw a big, big, big couple of circles with the knee. So as always, don't worry about how many circles you're doing, but just think about the size of them. And then the next time the knee comes out to the side, Using the muscles, pop the foot to the inside edge of the leg. Good, remember push the thigh into the foot or the leg into the foot and palms come together. So relax the shoulders. If you want to go a step further, you might lift the hands up. Maybe take the hands apart, keep breathing, and maybe even look between the hands. Good, well done. So we're going to lift the knee nice and high. Big step apart with the feet. Good, come into warrior two, so that left foot turns forward. We bend the knee, lift the front ankle, and then come onto the heel. Good, lift the heel, onto the heel. And when you put the toes down now, front arm's going to sweep up and back, breathing in. Breathing out, forearm to thigh, big circle the other arm. Good, again, breathing in to lift. And breathing out, forearm down, other arm alongside the head. And either stick with this or the bottom hand slides down the leg so you can grab your shin or to the ground. Nice, so both hands come down to the front of the mat, we'll put the back knee to the floor. So breathing in to lift the hands up. Breathing out, big circle back. Nice, all right. So hands are going to come to the floor. Left leg comes straight back behind you now. And we bring the hands a little bit wider apart. Okay, so keep those elbows really straight. We're going to take the left leg to tap out to the side of your body. And then draw a really big arch with it, up and over. And we tap the other side. Good, nice straight elbows, up and over to the left. And then up and over to the right. Good, well done. Now in one movement if you can, take that left foot, step it forward. Good, put the left hand on top of the toes. We're going to come forward now, sinking into the hips. And then gently pull back. So you feel a little stretch in that left leg. We're going to hold it here for a moment. So slow the breathing. Good, right, so now we're going to come forward a little bit. Lift that left hand up, so we're twisting, and lift the back knee if you can. Good, hands come to the floor, and we'll come back into downward facing dog when you're ready. Good, so from downward facing dog, we're going to come forward into our plank again. Bend the elbows lower down. Into cobra, so we're lifting the chest. Good, well done. All right, so we're going to do a little something on your back now. So this will be the last kind of strong-ish thing we do today. So this is a movement just to really start to strengthen the hamstrings and the connection between the hamstrings and the glutes. So it's, it's a little bit like a bridge pose. So if you bend your knees and your feet are about hip distance on the floor, okay, and then we're going to flex the feet so it's just your heels that are on the floor. So in this position, start to drag your heels back towards you. So if you can imagine, you could pull your heels in without them moving. So good, so hopefully by doing that, you can feel your hamstrings engage. So now really tuck your tailbone underneath. So you squeeze your glutes and your tailbone just comes off the floor a little bit. Okay, so you might already be able to feel this is very strong. And if you want to go further, now lift your hips off the ground a bit. Keep tucking your tailbone, keep dragging your heels in. Good, really important, tuck the tailbone, even lift your pelvic floor if you can. And then slowly coming down. Good, well done. So stick with that. Or next step, bring the feet further away from you, so your knees are slightly less bent. Again, flex the feet, drag the heels towards you, so pull them back. Good, nice, tuck the tailbone a lot. Squeeze your glutes and lift your hips. That's it, good. So making sure that the feet aren't dropping out to the sides. You can always put a block between the knees and the feet here if you wanted to. Keep squeezing, keep pulling. And then slowly down. Nice, so stick with that. Or last one is to bring the legs a little bit further away so the knees are even less bent. Feet are flexed, drag those heels towards you, and then tuck the tailbone loads and lift the hips. They might even come a tiny bit off the floor here. Shaking's fine, pull those heels in. Keep breathing. And then down. Good, really well done. All right, so shake out the legs a little bit. And we're going to hug the knees into the chest. Okay, one hand on each knee and start to circle the knees around like we did at the beginning. Good, nice. So now we're going to hug the knees into the chest. rock yourself up. Good, and we'll stretch out the legs. So bring the feet a little bit wider apart. We're going to turn towards the left leg and a gentle forward fold when you're ready. So slow, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to gently come on up, turning towards the other leg and a gentle forward fold. So just be aware of relaxing the face muscles, really relaxing the breathing now. Good, all right, we'll come to the center. So from here, we'll bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees drop out to the sides, and a gentle forward fold there. So if you notice that your hamstrings are tight or if your feet get a little bit achy sometimes, you can even use your thumbs here to massage the feet. So just kind of press and slide along those inner arches to get any crackly bits out. Good, all right, so I'm gonna slowly come on up. So roll down onto your back when you feel ready. Well, we're there just coming into happy baby or an under balasana. So we're gonna hug each knee just towards your shoulders a bit more. Okay, soles of the feet face the ceiling and either hold your thighs or if you can reach, grab the arches of your feet and gently rock from side to side. It's like that little squat position but just from the ground. Good, nice. All right, so feet come to the floor. We're going to slide the legs away and then coming into Shavasana. So come and lie in a way that feels really comfortable for you. And we'll focus on slowing down that breath so we can reset now. So sometimes it helps just to bring the hands onto the stomach if you want to focus the breathing there, but just any way that feels most relaxing for you. So together, we'll take a slow breath in. Through the nose and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Now just follow the sound. So just start to allow your breathing to return to a natural rhythm. Bring your awareness into the space again, so noticing any sounds you can hear now or the air against your skin. And then gently moving into the space. You might have a big stretch or moving gently through the hands and feet. Good, coming to roll yourself to one side eventually. And we'll keep the eyes closed as you come on up to sit when you feel ready. Good. So perhaps allowing a little moment here to acknowledge any sense of feeling perhaps calm and peaceful, or a sense of being a little bit more connected to yourself today. And if you do, see if you can bring a bit of that with you. So bring your hands together, bring the palms together to wake the body up. Good, so take a big breath in, hands all the way above the head. Exhaling to the heart center. Good, so namaste.